We have 6 legislators present.
Do we have any emergency resolutions?
We do have one. It's been added to the end of the agenda.
All right, we'll pick it up there. I did add a 5.1 when I was talking to Tim this morning, so I'm going to go a little off schedule, but Tim, would you speak about first the how the public would react at the public hearing, how they can tune in, and also then we can go right in and we'll open the public hearing.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. As participants have joined the meeting, you'll notice that you have been muted. The legislature at this point is unmuted and can speak freely. The public hearing and public comment sessions will afford the opportunity to bring forth information before the legislature. Anyone from the public wishing to do so, there is a I don't see video for anybody that's out there. On the chat option, at the bottom of your chat option, you'll see 3 dots. There is a, when you click on that, you should see a raise hand function. So if you would like to speak, enable the raise hand function, and I will relay that I will unmute you and relay that information to the legislature, and you will be free to speak at that point.
Good. At this time, we'll call the public hearing to order. And Tim, would you just give a brief introduction?
Sure. The public hearing that's being considered tonight is an amendment to our local mass gathering law. The amendment was drafted by County Attorney Getman, and what it basically does is memorializes the practice that's currently in place, allowing the county to charge direct expenses for law enforcement and county expenses related to both issuing and providing services for mass gatherings within the county directly to the applicant. Our current practice was inconsistent with past controller rulings. County Attorney Getman, through the language in the local law, has addressed that, and largely it allows us to continue to charge for services that we provide. And Attorney Getman, is there anything you want to add to that before opening up to any public comment?
No, I think that covers it. Thank you.
Sure. So at
All
this
right.
time, if anyone would like to address the legislature, simply you enable the raise your hand function, and I will relay that information. I have no hands raised.
We didn't have anybody that wants to speak?
No, sir.
All right, we will end the public hearing section and move into back into our legislative meeting. And we do have a 30-minute comment period for the audience. Is there anybody who would like to address the legislature?
And just give me one moment to. Okay, I don't see any hands raised.
All right, we'll move on. Madam Clerk will read the resolutions, and remember, any legislator who wants a roll call vote on these, feel free to ask for it at the time that we're voting.
Okay,
All
we're
right.
in order for intro 93, approve the minutes of the April 13th, 2020 regular meeting of the Schuyler County Legislature.
So moved, LaSalle.
Second, Rondinaro.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? carries.
Okay, we're in order for intro 1, 2, and 3. Authorize transfer of funds from seized assets reserve account for the purchase of vehicle equipment, sheriff's office. Adopt local law intro A, local law number 3 of the year 2020, titled A Local Law to Amend Local Law number 4 of the year 2010, related to public entertainment, outdoor regulating and licensing. In intro 3, authorize supplemental agreement with Barton and LeJudas DPC for right-of-way incidentals and acquisition for County Road 6 over Van Loon Creek Bridge Project Highway Department.
Barnes makes a motion.
Rondinaro, second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
We'll do intro
Okay.
4 through 11. Resolution calling on the state of New York to release enhanced federal Medicaid matching funds to counties in New York City social services. Authorize transfer of funds for detention services, social services. Authorize acceptance of the COVID-19 Unity Response Fund Grant, social services. Authorize appointment to the Schuyler County Youth Board, Youth Bureau. Authorize contract with Park Outdoor Advertising of New York Incorporated for digital display monthly advertising, Office for the Aging. Authorize 2-year contract with Tyrone United Methodist Church Congregate Meal Site, Office for the Aging. Authorize the creation and filling of 1 full-time account clerk keyboard specialist, public health, and authorize grant contract with New York State Department of Health through Health Research Incorporated for COVID-19 response funding, public health.
So moved, LaSalle.
We have a second.
Second, Rondinaro.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
I'll be voting no on number 6.
Yes.
Several people in the village of Montour Falls over the years have expressed dissatisfaction with the homeless population being located in the center of the village of Montour Falls or at the primary intersection, and feel that if this is going to continue, then we can walk next door with their SNAP card and acquire food at the Dollar General. I've spoken with the Department of Social Services. I completely understand the rationale behind this. And I don't necessarily object to the effort to provide better meals and keep these people sheltered. But I'm primarily voting in opposition to maintaining that homeless shelter in the village of Montour Falls.
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate the comments.
Thank you.
Let's see, we had a second. After discussion.
I have one more thing. Reed.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Reed here.
Go ahead.
One question. On number 11, the creation and filling of 1 full-time clerk and keyboard specialist. Didn't we put a freeze on all hiring in the county when this thing started? And has the freeze on all hiring been lifted?
No, it has not been lifted, and this is the allocation of the funding that we received from the federal government for COVID-19 response.
Okay. Okay.
And it's
Thank you.
not to, it's not to create positions. It's receiving funding from the federal government and pay for expenses associated with that.
All right. Other comments on that section? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed?
No on 6, yes on everything else. Howell.
Yeah, let's, Stacy, would you do a roll call vote?
For intro 6. Yep, let me just get my screen back here. Hang on.
Can you go back to it, Tim?
Yep, I can.
No, I was talking about my roll call
Oh,
electronic version. I can't get back to it. That's all right. Let me go by memory. Barnes
Yes.
and Harp's not here. LaSalle,
Yes.
Howell,
No.
Rondinaro,
Yes.
Reed,
No.
no on intro 6.
Correct.
Flowers,
Yes.
who did I miss?
Did Jim Howell vote?
Yep,
I did.
I'm sorry, I missed it, Jim.
Mhm.
Okay.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2 no's, so that resolution fails 4-2.
Fails?
It
I have 6
failed?
legislators. I need 5 votes for a passing.
Oh.
That's correct.
Well,
Can you show us the resolution again, Tim, please?
Yep.
The only downfall with this, you can't choose yourself.
You're basically rejecting money to pay ourselves.
Right.
reading the resolution again, does anyone want to rescind or change their vote?
Oh, we can't do that. We'd have to have a no voter pull it back on the floor, I believe. Correct, Attorney Getman?
I think he's muted.
I don't know. Okay.
Stacy is correct. Procedurally, at this point, to be reconsidered, a no vote would have to move to bring it back. Part of the issue here is that because of so many absences tonight, those effectively count as no votes for the purposes of the motion.
Yeah. So this would go back to committee and go back through the process if we wanted to do that.
All right, somebody would have to bring it back to committee.
Okay,
Typically the department head.
all right. Will you notify him of that, Stacy?
I believe Joanne is on.
Okay. Well, he's aware of that.
I saw her name.
Joanne is on.
She's muted.
Yeah, I'm trying to find her. Okay, I've unmuted Joanne.
Yes,
They wanted to know if you were aware that you have to bring this resolution back through committee for a no voter to bring it back up on the floor.
I will do that. We've already received the check.
Yeah, you're in effect refusing funds.
Okay, as the chair of the Human Services Committee, I'm just going to ask legislators Howell and Reed to reconsider. This is funding for people that are in a difficult situation, and it's not costing the county anything, and it's really in our best interest to accept the funding and feed the people where they are.
And I guess I could add, if you allow me the privilege of the floor, that we've generated this expense ourselves. The Office for the Aging is an outstanding bill that is funded outside funding. Absent this refusal, this would mean using local share funds to pay for the meals that have already been provided.
That's correct. Steve, are you still unmuted?
My microphone appears to be working. You can hear me.
Okay, an individual cannot rescind their vote now?
They would need to make a motion to reconsider is what it is procedurally, because it's already gone down.
So what's that mean to me?
It's already failed.
Yes. It's not on the floor anymore. It's
Okay,
failed.
so it has to be sponsored at the committee meeting. They will do that. Then it'll go back through the process.
That's not what I heard. Is that correct, Steve? One could make a motion to reconsider at this point.
I believe either legislator Howell or legislator Reed could make a motion to reconsider at this time, but they're the only two that could. That would have to be seconded and carried by, again, a majority of the whole legislature.
Well, I don't feel that I'm going to change my vote on this. I am surprised at the outcome. David, if you want to reconsider your vote, feel free to do so. But again, I'm the legislator that represents the village of Montour Falls. I've been listening to these concerns for years, and I felt it was time that I expressed the feelings of the people in the village, folks in the village of Montour Falls. I did speak with Tammy. Tammy, this is not any cost to the Office for the Aging. I spoke with Michelle today from DSS, and we talked about the numbers of homeless people, which is around 20. Once the code blue is lifted, a number of those folks will go off code blue. As I pointed out before, these individuals, most, if not all, do have a SNAP card, and they're not going to go hungry. They do not get out in the community other than milling around the main intersection. One concern I do have, Joanne, is that the meals are delivered by the Adult Protective Services caseworkers. If the word caseworkers is correct, but I think they are caseworkers, and that I don't feel that this is what they were hired to do, to deliver hot meals to indigent folks. Tammy has people that are employed and or volunteers to deliver through the Meals on Wheels program. And these meals are being delivered by our DSS staff. You want to comment on that, Joanne?
Well, when I originally talked with Tammy, we offered to deliver so that they did not have to extend their route. At that time, they did not have volunteers to also help out. And I'm not sure how many volunteers Tammy has right now. She has never said to me that, you know, it would be okay for them to start picking up the delivery. It also gives us eyes at the hotel. Some of the clients over there are APS clients. So it's not out of the realm.
And I do applaud this program. I know it's a collaborative effort between the COVID Unity Response Fund, and I'm comfortable the way that with the intent of the program. But I'm just not happy that this housing continues year for year in the village of Montour Falls. I'm sorry to take that position. I didn't realize that the vote would go like it has. So David, the ball's in your court.
And it hasn't, Jim, I would just like to say, it hasn't been from lack of trying to find alternative housing.
I understand. I know there's been conversations through the Substance Abuse Committee that I sit on. They talked about the facility out in Alpine. You've talked about the Chieftain Motel, and you've talked about other efforts between other groups to establish housing. Joanne, I understand. I have a great deal of respect for you and administrating your department. So this isn't a black eye on you. It's just a position that I'm taking.
I understand.
I hope everyone else does. So David, it's up to you.
Any other comments?
I'll make a motion to reconsider.
Motion by Reed to reconsider intro 6.
Second by Rondinaro.
Discussion?
Oh, we have a motion and a second? Any discussion? All in favor?
Al,
Do
want me to do
Aye.
roll call?
roll call.
Better have
And a roll call
vote.
roll call to allow David to reconsider, correct?
Correct.
This
Yeah.
is on reconsidering, yes.
Thank you.
Barnes,
Yes,
LaSalle,
Yes,
Howell,
Yes.
Rondinero,
Yes,
Reed,
Yes,
Flowers.
Yes,
Okay, now we will do a vote on the resolution, Attorney Getman, or another motion second?
It's been reconsidered, so I would say that at this point, it's back on the floor
Or a vote?
for a vote, correct?
all right, so we need to do another vote.
Another roll call vote on intro 6. Barnes,
yes,
LaSalle,
yes,
Howell,
No.
Rondinero,
yes,
Reed,
yes,
Flowers.
Yes,
yes.
Resolution passes 5-1.
all right,
Okay, and the other resolutions, I believe they were unanimous.
yes, sir.
We will go forward with intro 12 through 18.
Yep.
Stacy,
right.
just
We
stop
just
for a second.
rescinded the
Turns on
vote, changed the
12.
vote and went through it. Yes. Mhm.
Okay, we're on for intro 12 through
You
18.
want to just stay on the phone then, or? Okay, I'll do it. Okay, I'll keep you on my phone. Hang on.
Are you ready,
All right.
Chairman? Authorize an intermunicipal agreement with Yates County for Household Hazardous Waste Day Services Planning Department. Authorize memorandum of agreement with the Schuyler County Road Patrol Association, Human Resources.
can we see the resolutions again, please?
Tim,
Yeah. Tracy,
yes.
we gotta go through them again. Tim O'Hearn got knocked off. He's on my cell phone here.
He got knocked off his own Zoom meeting.
Yeah. Yeah, well, his system's not working,
okay, here we
but
go.
I kind of
Looks like
lost
Kristen got
everything.
it
Am
all.
I-
Okay.
Yeah.
Going through. So why don't you go back to 12 and just do them quickly?
Yep, I'll wait for him to get 12 back up.
Stacy,
on
do you
his-
want me to scroll through? Tim gave me control of the screen. This is Kristen. Do you want me to scroll through one?
We're on intro 12.
Okay.
Down to 12, Kristen, that'd be great.
Yeah, he can't get in, so. Let's
don't-
just start
I'm
with number
sorry.
12, if you can find it.
Yep. I have paper and 3 documents and 2 monitors, so I'm
Yeah,
Yep, it's there.
okay. Intro 12, authorize an Yates County for Household Hazardous Waste Day Services Planning Department. Intro 13, authorize memorandum of agreement with the Schuyler County Road Patrol Association, Human Resources. Intro 14, authorize memorandum of agreement with the Schuyler County Correction Officers Benevolent Association Incorporated, Human Resources. Intro 15, authorize memorandum of agreement with the Schuyler County Highway Unit, number 8600, and Administrative Unit, number 8600-01, AFSCME, CSEA, Local 849, Human Resources. 16, authorize extending furloughs for certain identified county employees during the COVID-19 pandemic. Intro 17, authorize ongoing contract with Accelerated Information Systems for a cloud and Laserfish software subscription records management. Intro 18, a resolution calling on New York State to restore state retirement service credits to Schuyler County workers who temporarily lost those service credits due to the county's COVID-19 temporary workforce reduction.
Can we go back to 16, the one regarding the furloughs? Please.
If it's for discussion, we need to have a motion and a second to bring it on the floor.
So moved, LaSalle.
Second, Howell.
Thank you.
Okay, any discussion?
I believe somebody wanted to speak on it.
Phil, did you want to go back to?
Yeah, I just want to know how, this is a 30-day extension is deemed necessary by Tim, correct?
Correct. It's a roll.
Correct, yeah.
And I believe we
Okay.
discussed with the understanding that employees may be called back at any time within the 30 days increment.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Okay. Motion carries.
Now we have the intro 19, motion to bring one additional resolution to the floor.
So
I have a
moved,
motion.
LaSalle.
Motion, Howell.
Discussion.
I have motion Howell, who seconded?
Second, LaSalle.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
And intro 20, authorize advertising to receive sealed bids for Clue Park redevelopment planning department.
So moved, Rondinaro.
Second, LaSalle.
Had a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Just want to read it first. Okay, thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any dissent?
Aye.
I'm sorry. Was there a dissenting vote?
No, there wasn't.
Oh, okay. All right. That concludes our resolutions.
That's correct.
Any new business to come before the board? The legislature, excuse me. Any unfinished business? Committee reports? Mark, do you have anything?
Nothing.
Mike?
No.
Jim Howell?
Mark and I attended intercounty last Friday. Of course, a lot of concerns and comments regarding the state aid and other associated issues. I just wanted to make you aware of a program that's been launched called Launching Take 5, asking people to donate a minimum of $5 to the food bank. $5 and up, volunteer your time as much as you have to the local food bank. That's sponsored by the New York State Association.
All right. Van is not here. Am I missing anybody's committee? All right. The county administrators, that's going to be a little difficult, I think.
Still have him on the phone?
Yeah, he's on my phone now.
Put him on speaker.
My phone is connected to my hearing aid, Phil, and I can't unconnect it. So I think, Suzanne, would you grab your cell phone? What's the number?
It's 425.
No, I'll give you one right here. We
425-5087.
Thank you, Suzanne.
call 425-5087
Okay, here's my phone.
and we'll put you in there. What do I do to answer this one? Just push it?
When he calls, just slide it across. slide, you know.
Okay.
So it's not possible for Tim just to call as a member of the public and unmute him?
It's in
No.
charge of the muting.
Yeah, but I thought Kristen had the convo.
What if there's nothing here? Suzanne?
The screen is gone. It's calling your phone.
Oh, he's back on.
Oh,
Tim, are you,
don't go away. What?
I see
what
him.
happened? All right, what are the last four numbers?
5087.
5087.
It's like frozen.
425 5087. Are you in, sir? Try it again.
It says there's motion at your back door.
And somebody's coming in the back door. There we go. Answer them.
I'll let you do it.
Okay, Tim, you're on. Who turns the volume up on this thing?
The side.
Top left,
There
on
you
the,
go.
top left on the side.
Are you there? We can't hear you, Jim.
Are you on speaker?
You have it on speaker? Let me see.
Yes, he's on speaker. Say something.
Is it on mute?
Mute. Tim? Yep. Okay,
Hey,
we learned how to use a cell phone.
Are we back?
Yep.
Kind of ironic that the one hosting the meeting can't access it, so I apologize for that. I have no idea what's going on. I still can't. I can see everything you were seeing, but I have no controls. So, although I do believe I can control the muting still. But in any event, I will keep this brief. I just wanted to update you beyond last week's discussions. I'm sure everyone's aware that today's numbers reflect 4 consecutive weeks of no new cases of COVID-19. We continue to have had no hospitalizations and no deaths. Today, the governor announced that the Southern Tier was one of 3 regions that met the requirements for reopening, which would be effective this Friday, the 15th. We independently have been working as a region to develop a reopening plan that's very generic. In addition to that, the county has been working with its business leaders to develop a rephasing or phased-in approach to business reopening. Kristen Van Horn has developed a draft plan that we've shared with local businesses as well as the Council of Governments. Judy Cherry is leading the efforts to coordinate communication among these stakeholders, and we are moving forward with the anticipation that we will be joining our peers in the region with a phased-in reopening. I think everyone's aware of the phases and the details, but I'll just update you on the most recent developments as of today. We are meeting daily as the chief executives of each county with New York State representatives. DEC Commissioner Basil Segos is our point person for the Southern Tier region. Stacy Duncan from the agency in Binghamton is the business liaison. and each of the counties is represented on these working calls each day. We are developing guidelines and frameworks to assist local businesses, but the ultimate measurement will be through the state, and a business portal is being developed, should be available by Friday for businesses to go in and register and attest to their ability to meet the guidelines as specified per their industry and their cluster, and post a business plan as they reopen. The phase that will be immediately affected is phase one. Friday is construction, manufacturing, wholesale trade, select resale using curbside pickup only, agriculture, forestry, and fishing. The original intent was for the phases to last 2 weeks, and if there was no backsliding, so to speak, we would progress to the next phase. The governor in his remarks today indicated that pending any bad news, if you will, those phases could actually be accelerated, and it will be done on a regional basis, not on a county basis. So we have independently developed a plan to assist our businesses, as I mentioned. That is being refined. It's been refined once already today and several times since last Tuesday. And we will be meeting with the business community tomorrow to receive their feedback on it. And we are moving forward with plans to reopen Schuyler. So I'll stop there and answer any questions you may have.
Meeting with the business community tomorrow. Is that through the Chamber of Commerce? How do you meet with the business community?
We're meeting with selected business leaders representing segments. This was the meeting I spoke of that we convened last week to gauge their interest in participating. As I mentioned, it was a very positive meeting. So we're reconvening that group tomorrow. They've already been provided the draft, as have you, of the most up-to-date document, and Kristen is receiving feedback from the businesses themselves.
I'd like to express my appreciation to Kristen and Judy and yourself. Tim, you worked very hard on this. I read through it, and I am biased, and I think our plan is one of the best.
I would agree, and the largest share of the credit lies with Kristen for doing the yeoman share of work in putting this plan together. So, but thank you.
I have to agree.
Anything
with
else, Tim?
you. Great job.
That's all I have, unless you have other questions for me.
Nope. I'll be down in the morning. We can go through it. We do have public participation for 15 minutes. Does anyone want to address us?
I have one individual that's indicated a hand raise. I will be unmuting Brittany Oliver. I'm doing that now.
Okay.
Hopefully it worked. Brittany, you are live.
Okay, can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yes, Brittany,
ma'am.
good evening.
Okay, good evening. So in regards to intro number 16, for the furloughed employees, in reading this, it is my understanding that the longest we will be out is not past July 31st, because that is when the additional federal assistance for unemployment would end. But we could be called back at any point from now until then, basically.
That is correct, Tim, right?
That is correct.
That's correct. You're right.
So, I mean, this will be decided on every 30 days, but we could still be called back in between there at any point, but it will definitely not go past the July 31st date.
That's correct. Yes.
Okay. That was my question.
Okay. Thank you. I'm sure people
thank
had
you.
that question. Other people did.
Yep.
Is there anyone else that would like to address us?
I have no other indication of people wishing to speak.
Well, hearing none, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second, Rondinaro.
All right, we consider ourselves adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thanks, everybody.
Okay. Good night.
Thank you.
What happened, Tim? Do you have any idea?
I have